Hey, let's find here with a quick review of BuilderAll. And the quick summary up front is I think this is a keeper. This is a really nice tool. And it's a really nice tool because it's more than a collection of things, which might be your first impression. I mean, if you look here on the right-hand side, it says, they're builders for drag and drop site builders or responsive site blog builders or app creators and email marketing. And then you've got some stuff I haven't even checked out, the design studio for doing presentations, and then you've got videos, which is these sort of whiteboard animated things, and or floating videos, which is where basically you do a live video in front of a single color, and then you remove that color, and as a result, you can do floating videos. You're a spokesperson on top of your site, and down below, you've got all this stuff here for integration with Facebook, browser notifications, of which is these push notifications. You've got SEO, heat maps, so you can figure out what's going on. So when you look at this, you might think, well, it's a big collection of things, but it turns out they've done a really good job integrating them. I'm just going to show you one example why I'm so excited. So if you look at, for example, builders, you can build a site, and I've built I selected one of the templates, and I very quickly went to the demo for my list, as you can see here. And if I go in there, what you'll notice, it's just a template. I quickly edited a few things, and I really like this one here. By the way, I'm on a really dodgy hotel internet connection. That's what takes a little bit longer. Tell you what, whilst this is loading, let's look at the other thing. Oh, here we go. All right, so the one thing I really, really don't like about many of those, for example, WordPress-based builders, is that you can't edit text and move it around as you see fit. So, for example, if you want to change this word lose to whatever, shed, I just want to be able to go and click on here and turn this into shed weight. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous, but you get the idea. There's so many builders out there where you have to click and then a window pops open and then you can start typing away, and then it's not quite WYSIWYG. Whereas this thing here, it literally is WYSIWYG. So I want to change the color of this to, I haven't even played around with the colors yet. There we go. That's the other beautiful green. Done. So if I now want to move this whole thing, the entire block, to somewhere else, I can move it over here, and there you go. Now it looks different. It's just a bit to the side. Again here, awesome. Replace it by terrific, and we're done. Super simple. That is my style of doing things. I hate the it pops up and it's just plain text, and then you do the style somewhere else. But where it really shines, and this is absolutely brilliant. So what you see down here is an opt-in box, and it says, email at the moment. Now what I've done is I've gone to there, and let me show you where this is. So over here, email marketing. They've got a full email marketing solution in there. Like it's hosted email, like you get with GetResponse, like you get with Aweber. I had to play around. It's literally a copy, or it's not a copy, it's the same functionality as the other guys. You can have the hosted sign-up forms, you can embed them, you can modify all your thank you pages, you can build entire sign-up funnels, you can do the automation, you can do broadcasts, you can do absolutely everything. But here is an illustration of how they really think about what they're doing. So over here, I've set up two lists just for kicks, right? Let me show you what they are. Actually, the first one was in there by default. That's email marketing. That was in by default. And then I created this one, demo for my list. Now, this one only captures, I don't know if you can see it from here. No, you can't. This one only captures the email address, whereas here I said I want to capture the first name, surname, and email address. So if I go over here and say, I would like to now capture email addresses, but put them into this new list, the demo for my list. Then all I need to do is click on here, right mouse click, and it says configure. Now I've got a couple of choices here. By default, it goes to the list you've chosen, but I can always cancel that and go back. So I can now go and say, well, I want to do Mailing Boss, which is their integrated email service, or I can use MailChimp or Aweber, or I don't even know. I've never heard of this yet. But let's go with this one here. So yes, that is my official login. This is not going to work, by the way. It's a review account. So by default, not by default, last time I set this up, I had this email marketing list. And now I want to show you what happens when I click on this list, which, as you remember, I set up to have, in addition to the email address, also first name and surname. So click, and it automatically does it. How beautiful is that? I mean, that is stellar. That is absolutely fantastic. I have very rarely, and you know I'm quite picky when it comes to, picking software apart. I have very rarely seen a piece of software where they truly sat down and had to think about the things they're doing. There you go. The only thing that's not moved now, obviously, is because I moved this up earlier. So, this spam thing didn't move down automatically because I manually moved it up when I set up the first example. But there you go. So if I now go back and say, oh no, actually I want to use my other email list, so go over here and I use the email marketing list. There you go. It's moved again. I'm okay. A little bit of reformatting because I want to have this text up there, etc. But this is the kind of detail I absolutely love. It shows that they don't randomly put together a collection of tools, but really think about how they're connected. So overall verdict, I've only played a little bit with this. By the way, you save this, you go back to your site or site manager, here it is. You then go and click on this and, well, actually, let's go and do this, right? Just for kicks. So I need to shed weight quickly. And now let's put a 1, 2, 3 after that. So we see it's actually updating. So 1, 2, 3. I go and save this. Twirly, twirly, twirly. Save. Yes, thank you very much. And now, yes, okay, cool. Now I go over to this thing. Actually, no. What I want to do is, okay, it's fine. So here's my demo for list where I can do, all kinds of cool stuff. You can set it on your own domain. By default, it's on their main domain, but you can redirect to your own domains. You can duplicate, etc. But now I just want to have a look at it. And as you can see up here, that's my, default subdomain of OMB10. And then there's demo for list, and there you go, the 1, 2, 3 at the end. Thank you very much, there it is. If I now wanted to go in and change this whole thing to, whatever, configure, and go to this list. So, yeah, perfect, go and save it. Yes, thank you very much. Everyone's happy. I don't even know if I need to go through the main screen again. No, where is it? Hang on. Here's my example. Refresh this page. And there you go. The whole thing is there. So, overall, I think this is worth looking at, and I will definitely keep an eye on this. Because for most people, it's such a nightmare to integrate stuff. It's a nightmare to have a site builder here, and then you've got API integrations with other stuff, with email responders. Then you've got the whole, you have a separate login for your video creation. And frankly, in most cases, what you really need is a site. You need an autoresponder. Video definitely works these days, so these things are definitely worth playing with. I haven't even played with the design stuff. And then in terms of these apps, later on, not even in the beginning, and in the beginning you need to figure out what offer converts. So it's not really that important. But over time, once you start optimizing, definitely the click map, so you figure out where people are clicking, and you can do those sort of minor, micro, fine-tuned optimizations. Absolutely worth doing. And of course, browser notifications and Facebook integration are stuff you should be doing in the medium term. So it's all there in one package. So overall, definitely a double thumbs up. Absolutely love it from what I see so far. I had 2 questions from a subscriber, and he said, look, I did some digging behind the scenes, and they were on the hosting behind this company had bad reviews or has bad reviews. And so I reached out to them and they explained this, and they said, yes, 10 years ago, they definitely did have bad reviews. They've worked on it. They've cleaned up their act. They spent the last year. They're still in business. They have over 100,000 customers. So it's now a top tier company, and they're here for the long run, which I like. And they were quite open about it. Said, yes, that's not made up. definitely was like that 10 years ago, and they've learned their lesson and they're moving forward. So yes, this is definitely on my list of tools I will dive more into, and probably, if it lives up to what I see so far, keep recommending to my subscribers. Alrighty, cheers, bye.